Shavua Tov, Gute Woche. I'm Rafael Rabinovich, and I'd like to tell story number 166 of the Shivchei Baal Shem Tov, the oldest source of Baal Shem Tov stories ever published. The title of the story is Tzitzit Shenitavu Lishmah. The tzitzits that were Spun, Lishmah. What does Lishmah mean? Literally for its own name, for its own merit, with a pure intention. The definition in Jewish law we'll discuss in the story. Says the author of the Shivchei Baal Shem Tov, Ken Shamati, so I heard from the Rav of the holy community of Polnoi. Who is the Rav of Polnoi? The above mentioned Rav, the Rav of Polnoi is the Baal, the Rav Yaakov Yosef of Polnoi. He used to designate this woman. He would choose this elderly lady that she would always be paid a coin, a golden coin called a gildener, for every 4 tzitzit that she would span and put together the threads, 4 and 4 that make 8. Of course, I think it's describing the spinning of the thread as well as the tying them in each of the 4 corners of the garment. We have the tzitzit, we have 4 threads that go in. After all the knots, they go through the holes of the tzitzit and of the talis and come out. So we have 4 and 4 that become 8. And each one of them is a combination of 2 original threads spun, put together by fingers, originally spun. This whole process is done without speaking a single word, only saying in Hebrew, B'Shem mitzvah tzitzis, and the name of the mitzvah of tzitzis. The intention of doing it while doing this should be that we are working on a mitzvah and should not have any interruption with any mundane speech. And so we're talking that the Rav of Polnoi would pay this woman a golden coin for doing this whole process to make the tzitzit, to make the threads for the tzitzit. That she should not stop with any kind of speech while making the threads for the tzitzit. When these tzitzits were brought to him in the community of Alik, where he was at the time, community of Alik, the first time he thought that they were very beautifully done, very good work, but he was afraid to put them in his talis because he didn't know if they were truly made Lishmah. So when he showed these threads for making tzitzit to the Baal Shem Tov, the Baal Shem Tov said, if you don't want to put them in your talis, give them to me and I'll put them in mine. Thus, he knew they were truly made Lishmah, with a pure intention, without any interruption of thought or speech. And so from this ability of seeing things that the Baal Shem Tov had, the Baal Toldos, the Rav Yaakov Yosef of Polnoi, was able to know that these were truly made Lishmah. May the merit of all the stories of the Baal Shem Tov protect and help all the Jews everywhere in these difficult days. May we all merit to see all our problems solved, all the hostages released, the current affairs of Israel in enemy hands back in Jewish hands, and may we all be blessed with everything. I'm translating all the stories of the Shivchei Baal Shem Tov one by one, telling them in the channel here in English as well as in Spanish. I'm working on the translation of the book. B'ezrat Hashem will soon finish, from Hebrew to Spanish, with the hopes to publish the book for the first time, fully in Spanish translation for the first time. I appreciate donations, contributions to this end. Please see links below, subscribe, give me a like, share the stories, tell Baal Shem Tov stories. Enjoy a good week. Shavua Tov. Gute Woche.